And now we can move on to stories, as we got a couple stories coming up today. And we're going to start off with AEW. They got murdered, got massacred. It wasn't even funny. What am I talking about here? So, if you remember a couple weeks ago, we talked about in the stories that AEW was going head to head with NXT. Well, that second week of October was when it was happening, and it did. So AEW, they got preempted because of the baseball playoffs. They started an hour late too. I'm baking in excuses here for everybody. But the next day we got the number. NXT head to head with AEW. The NXT number turned out to be 874,000. It was about the number they pulled the previous week. AEW on their off night, so they're on a Tuesday, not their normal night, different time slot, they pulled an all-time low, 329,000, which, if I had to guess, TNA may have had a better number.
329,000?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And again, different night, different time slot, like they were an hour later. But, yeah,
Don't
having
people
300,000 people watch is not good. Either way you cut it. And this was the go-home show for Wrestle Dream.
does that even matter anymore though? Because people have like DVR and shit.
It does. Well, I guess it doesn't in the grand scheme because of that. I don't think they account for DVR. I don't think they account for the streaming service, especially in this report that's here, Nielsen or whatever. I don't think they account for streaming services. But even so, they usually pull around 600,000.
Well, no, I'm not defending the number. I'm just saying if it really matters, because I would think that the AEW audience is more younger, right?
I guess so.
Okay.
I was thinking about that. I don't know what the demo for.
Maybe younger is not the right word. Maybe
more tech savvy.
Yeah, because I guess the WWE audience would be the kids.
Yeah.
And then the AEW audience would be the teenagers.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is that because they're younger, they wouldn't be watching TV normally like they did in the past. And then you don't even have like AEW related links that you can watch it, Dynamite and shit.
True. And they didn't do a good job promoting it either. Like, I knew it was going to be on Tuesday, but I didn't know it was going to be a different time too.
Well, they don't normally do a good job promoting.
That's true. They sure don't. But they didn't promote it, and they got crushed. And you go with that, right? NXT got 800,000. They were watching wrestling already on Tuesday. Like, the fans were there, but they did not float over to AEW.
So of all the times that AEW has gone head-to-head with NXT, how many times has AEW pulled out ahead?
I mean, they were winning for a while. I don't want to say it was like 83 weeks or something, but essentially this is the reason NXT had to go to Tuesdays, because they were getting beat every week.
Well, I remember the one time where Triple H said, "Oh, you beat our developmental. Good job."
Yeah.
But I don't remember any other instances. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just don't remember.
Well, they used to be on the same night, so they were every week going against each other. But then, yeah, NXT had to move off of Wednesday because they were losing. But these one-off head-to-heads, NXT's been winning. Remember they did WrestleMania that last time? They had Undertaker and John Cena.
Well, AEW is also getting worse.
Yes, they are.
Because when they were head-to-head, didn't they have Punk with them?
They did.
So,
and they had stories. And
yeah. Now, just look at them.
Yeah, they need to reconnect. I don't know how they do that, but they need to reconnect to what had them going in the beginning. What brought Punk to AEW? They need to find that again.
Well, it was competition against Vince McMahon. And I think the desire to put Vince McMahon out of business or, show him what he's missing out on, that's not there anymore. I don't know how people feel about Triple H. He doesn't seem to be as universally hated as Vince was. People either had like glowing things to say about Vince because it seemed like they wanted a job in the future, like Bruce Pritchard, or people that just never had anything nice to say about him. But you never get that with Triple H. People just seem to be pretty cordial with him at worst.
Yeah, outside of the whole race thing, everybody seems to.
Yeah. Well, that's a different
thing. Glowingly about him. And I think the extent of that is because they think they can get him.
Well, and if it wasn't Triple H, it would be somebody else. that story would be there regardless.
That's true. But yeah, just wanted to mention that AEW gets crushed, absolutely obliterated. But let us know what you think in the comments below. Was AEW a good show? Was NXT that much better than AEW? Let us know in the comments.